Hello, good evening. As you might have heard in the last video, or right now, I don't have a proper voice because I'm sick. And that means this will be a very short stream. Initially, I wanted to continue with the Ironclad today, but I won't be able to do that and talk for 2 hours. I still wanted to do it because I had, because of this reason, set the release for the giveaway for the miniature to today. So that is happening in 18 minutes or something. And I'm a tiny bit excited for that, so we can have a look at who's going to take those home and then celebrate for a moment, and then I'll probably get back to bed. So, what am I talking about? I assume everyone who is in chat today knows what I'm talking about. The kata diorama video that I did. I had 2 extra minis that I painted and that I'm giving away. These giveaways are happening in the Discord. And currently we have, let me check, 39 entries in the free one and 14 in the subscriber one. Right. Sorry about that. That will be sound-wise a terrible stream. Okay, I thought about just sharing my Discord. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I know there's streamer mode that should hide people's names and stuff, but I'm still not sure if it's a good idea. Maybe my moderator can give me a go or a no-go on sharing my Discord screen. Otherwise, we can have a 10-minute look at the Ironclad that we know and love, or talk a bit about those new silhouettes. Or I can just have a look if the new ISC did release. It was supposed to release today, along with the video on the armies. But the last time I checked, it was not here. No. That's a shame. Otherwise we could have started playing. But even if it gets out tonight, installing would take an hour at least. Shame, shame, shame. Also, regarding fine, I'll do it myself. That was exactly what I thought when I did this video. Initially I wanted to have the silhouette video out before Christmas. That would have been amazing, because it's basically mostly about information from the ship talk. But yeah, Christmas, I was not home. I didn't have access to my PC until mid-January. Would have been cool if it had been out earlier, but better late than never. I wanted to have it out at least before the Hermes comes out, which could be any minute now. Looks like I'm going to be disappointed. Let's talk about the Hermes for a second. According to all the information leaked out, it looks like it's just a big, not even a big, just a cargo ship. Just an Apollo with a cargo grid. And I was hoping, not many people were hoping for something data running, like, I believe. And I thought about why I'm disappointed, because generally I always said it's fine to have different ships with the same chassis, reusing that. Like, for example, the Prospector and the Fortune. I thought that was a great idea, and that didn't bother me at all. But for this one, for the Apollo and the Hermes, I kind of feel it's too specialized for that. I said to Grim earlier, imagine you lie somewhere on some planet dying, and then in the distance you see an ambulance approaching, just to then find out it's not an ambulance, it's just a cargo ship. That's super annoying. I think the Apollo should stay a medical ship for that reason. And to double down on that opinion, if you were in the middle of the city and an ambulance cut you off, you usually would say, oh, that's okay, he's in a rush, that's super important. But if that ambulance is actually not transporting patients, but has some highly confidential data that it's transporting, that would be pretty cool. So data runner would be the only occasion where I think that's okay-ish. But yeah, I don't know. This, I think that it takes away from the other RSI transport ships of a similar size. Yeah, and I agree that the fact that the cargo ship is called Hermes is just, I don't know, doesn't make sense. It's a bit of a waste, the name. Stealth Medical Apollo is also a decent idea. One that would have made more sense. That's a good one. Imagine if U-Haul bought a fleet of ambulances, ripped out the equipment in the back, and painted over the word ambulance while changing nothing else. That's a great comment, Macubus. That's not okay. We would be angry. So in case anyone here is not in the giveaway, and please only enter the giveaway if you want the miniature. There's 10 more minutes to enter in the Discord. It is free, obviously. And I just hope that it finds someone who enjoys it and likes it. What else can I talk about when I have nothing else that I can do? I don't want to build the Ironclad today. The silhouettes were obviously one video that was highly requested and that I promised to do. Obviously, I will do another one where I actually talk about the individual silhouettes. Not sure if next week or if I take a little longer and just let people have fun with these for a few days. But then I'm also still working on a video on how good all these speculation and reconstruction stuff actually is. I have some examples where I can check how good all this speculation actually is. Kind of control myself and have some numbers in the future when I make assumptions how realistic or how likely that is. And then also for the miniature, for the cutter, I obviously will do another one sooner or later. I don't have the next miniature yet, but I'm working on it. And then also some of you might remember that I had a video last year that was subscriber only, not subscriber, channel member and Patreon only, because that will go out to the public at some point, but I was preparing some kind of video that is a long-term project that I'm super excited for. I paused that for a while, and I'm continuing that now, and I will have another update on that maybe next week. Short update, again for subscribers only, and then whenever I release the full video, I put all of these into a nice longer making of your content. Do you do any tabletop gaming? Seems you have all the stuff to make items. I don't really do tabletop at the moment, but I have played Warhammer quite a few years ago and still paint them. And I played Star Wars X-Wing, the tabletop game, for a while, so I mostly still have all the stuff around for hobby purposes and not so much playing, but maybe if I'm 5 years older, I'll get back into Warhammer. That was always my life's plan. I played that when I was in school and had time, and then when I got into university, I said, oh, I'm too old for Warhammer now. I'm in this period where you take a break from Warhammer, and then in every man's life that plays Warhammer, you get back to it when you are like in your 40s and have the time and money for it, and that's absolutely my plan. Would you be able to ship to Canada, or should I not bother signing up? I can ship to Canada, but as I posted in the fine print, I only pay like a limited amount of shipping. If it exceeds that, you might have to pay like the differences. I don't know how much it is to Canada, but generally, of course, I would ship to Canada. And if you don't need it right now, that's also, I have friends in Canada. I might get there someday or ship them something, but I don't know if that's going to happen in the next few months. But if you are in Canada, I love Canada. I've worked there. It's one of the best countries in the world. Thank you very much, No Scams. That's very nice. I'm going to spend that on color then. We can never have enough colors. Thank you very much. Where are you located? Germany. So I just said as a rule of thumb, I can ship to Europe for free, and everything that is much further, we would have to discuss that. I can't just, if I said I cover shipping everywhere, then I couldn't make sure that that is possible or feasible. I know you said you didn't want to commit to building a ship, but did you have any considerations? You mean building another interior? Not yet, no. I do still need to finish the Ironclad before I start something new, and the next ship that I'm just going to build, not just making videos about it, but the next that I'm really going to build with interior, I'm 99% sure will be the Forge, because I already like did a rough model for the first silhouette video, and since then I always wanted to build the whole ship. That could then definitely be different from the final Forge. but I thought it might be especially interesting seeing a ship that is not even really fully announced yet. And then after that I might go back to concept ships again. Keep the cutter, nobody else will take care of it. I'm not giving away the diorama. That is mine for now. Not only because I want to keep it, but also because I might want to bring it to some, maybe to CitizenCon or something, so people can see it, or to other bus citizens. I'm giving it away. I have two spares that I used for trying the paint scheme, and those I'm giving away. Did you see the Hermes tractor beam moving on the track? It's giving me good hopes for the Ironclad tractors. Yep. Good hope for the Ironclad tractors, bad hope for the Galaxy tractor that is moving freely. I expect that is now going to be something like that too. Where are you located? In Germany. I just don't know if someone asked you this at some point already, but if you could blip a ship into existence from any manufacturer, not in concept or announce, which would it be? I have been asked that a couple of times, but it always changes. So a few years ago, I would definitely have said another Aegis fighter, because I think the Aegis fighters are my favorite, but they are so old now. I think we need a new one. But now I would say one of those generalist ships, like the Clipper. I want something like the Clipper, but from another manufacturer. And maybe Aegis, which does not make sense, but I just like Aegis ships. So like a military all-rounder ship from Aegis, or maybe a Crusader all-rounder ship like the Clipper. That would be my favorite right now. Do you have a website for these minis? You mean to buy them or to participate in the giveaway? For the giveaway, you have like 2 minutes to join the Discord. And then it closes. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Nova, can you post the link real quick? Oh no, you can't. I'm the only one who can post links, I think. To server. So in case you have not joined, here's the Discord where you can join the giveaway, but it will be closing in 1 minute. That's automatically. Oh, sorry guys, that's a terrible stream quality. And we have to end this soon. Oh, I made a mistake. So the one giveaway is closing and the second one has a little longer. That was the one for subscribers. And now it's 9, so let's have a look. So the first mini goes to... Oh, it doesn't refresh. Malakina Sinu Libra. I did not see you in chat. If you are in chat, let me know. That's fun, but otherwise, congratulations either way. Oh, and we can, if she or he, just because it's an A at the end, I just thought it would be a female name. I don't know. If we don't get into contact because, I don't know, she's inactive, he's inactive, we can re-roll later. But cool, we have one winner. And let me get back to chat. Get to the second one in a few minutes. Forge is very hyped. Yeah, it is. I think for good reason also. Also, shipping will completely destroy it. You mean the big one? The diorama? Yeah, that might be a bit tricky to pack, that's true. But the small ones, I already found a, I think, decent solution for. I I have like small, like pretty much the acrylic cube that I have for the big diorama. I have an equivalent of that for the small ones. So they will be properly packed and hopefully arrive at their destination without damage. And then they also have like a small, okay, I'm not sure if I would leave them in the cube, but you can if you don't want it to get dusty. You need a throat candy and some tea. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any throat candies left. That's the problem. And some tea, I would make some later, definitely, but not my week. Very unlikely hopes that it has a moon pool like area in its center for holding cargo. What is a moon pool like area? I don't know that word. You missed this way. You missed one giveaway, the first one. The second one is still open for 2 or 3 more minutes. What is a moon pool? It's a pool? Oh. Oh, it's just a bay that opens to the bottom, like on a submarine or something. I don't think real submarines have that, but like okay. Yeah, I expect it to look like that, yeah. But I expect the forge to be much smaller than people think. And so I don't think there will be a lot of cargo at all. I think it will be a lot smaller than you might think. I mean, would it be hard considering we have very little of your ships? For me, you mean? Yeah, because I have a lot less reference to build it. But then again, as I just said, it's a small ship, so I think I can do that without the effort I put into the Ironclad. And I also don't plan to do it on the level of detail of the Ironclad. I'm just going to have like a small preview how the CNU could look like with interior, and then do something that I can make nicer. Some bubble wrapping. Oh yeah, don't worry, I will wrap these properly. Is it Star Lancer size? No, it's much smaller than a Star Lancer, much smaller. I think it's only it's tiny, really. I don't have the numbers here, but from my head, it's like I can't remember, but I don't think it's higher than 3 or 4 meters. I think it's really small. I'm not even sure it's considered a small ship from the silhouette, obviously. That's the only measure I have. Oh, and I think we just closed the second one. The second one goes to Old Bosun Boats. That I'm happy about, because he is a subscriber. Because actually someone just asked it's for subscribers only. Technically, it was for subscribers only, but as you may see, it is open for everyone to join. After I opened this, I learned that I'm not allowed to do giveaways for just subscribers. Where I live, you can't do giveaways that are linked to any kind of financial thing that you have to do first. So I'm not allowed to make giveaways for just subscribers. So I opened it to everyone. Everyone could have joined if he wanted. And in the future, I'm not going to do any giveaways for. Not in the future. I'm not going to announce subscriber only giveaways anymore because I can't do that. Sorry about that, especially for also the subs. I think it was a nice I think it was very fair because I had one for both groups and not something that is completely behind a paywall, but I can't even do that, unfortunately. So still happy that there were a lot of people in there that were not subscribers. Happy that one got it, who is a long time Patreon, I think. I sometimes mix up the two, but I think he's on Patreon. I want the forge to shadow drop, and it's just a totally normal blacksmith forge. I think it's Taurus sized. No, I think it's smaller than a Taurus. Maybe half the size of a Taurus. I think it's really small. But I'll get more into that when I build it. I have built it in the past for that silhouette video. You know what? I mean, I'm not showing anything right now, so let's just look at my silhouette video, how big the forge and that was, and then I wouldn't say that's 100% accurate, but should be somewhat accurate. Is it? No, that's a Perseus. That's... At this point I didn't have the names for the ships, so they are a bit hard to find. There you go. I think I have a better one though. This is just the... Smaller than the Taurus is quite small. Can you tell me how big the Taurus is? While I look this one up. Okay, I thought I had a better model for this, and I have somewhere, but just looking at this, at the matched camera and the person that I put in for scale, this is like 5 meters high and... No, the angle is wrong here, that's not the final one. You know what? I'm not going to throw around numbers yet. I need to make this properly to give you any numbers on the size. But that's one of the next things that I want to do. Cutlass size. Yeah, more like cutlass size. That's kind of what I expect. Maybe a touch bigger than a cutlass, but not much. Okay, Taurus is 14 by 26 by 60 meters. I expect more, something like 5 to maybe 6 high. $10 wide would... Maybe half that. I would say maybe half that size, but maybe... I'm not too sure right now. Okay, my voice is leaving me. So let's one last shout out. We have 2 winners for the giveaway. Malakina Sin Libra for the first one and Old Bosun for the second one. Congratulations again. Happy that you won these. And yeah, let's get in touch soon to figure out how to send those. And if we don't get in touch in like a week or so, then we're going to re-roll it next week and someone else gets it. Let me check one last time if there is an ISC now, or a patch, or something on the Hermes. Nope, nothing from CIG, that's sad. But I mean, honestly, I was surprised it's going to be on a Wednesday. I don't mind if it's coming out tomorrow. Okay, but that's it from me today. I can't do it any longer, I'm sorry about that. Still super happy that you all joined the giveaway. I hope I can do something like that in the future. And also thanks for the support on the video. I mean, the silhouette video is going incredibly well. I kind of expected that, but also there's a lot of traffic on the model one, the miniature one, that I'm pretty happy about, because that was kind of a passion project. So thank you for everyone who went back to see that. And now I need to rest. So thank you very much. See you maybe next week or something when I have my voice back. And until then, have fun with 4.6. Bye bye. Thank you for joining.